What's going on? Schmitty Garage working on a 2008 Murcury Mountaineer. It had a wheel bearing go bad in the driver rear. You could just replace the wheel bearing by removing the steering knuckle and then taking out the C-clip, pressing it in, pressing it out. But with all that work, it's just easier to buy a whole replacement unit. They sell this replacement unit from the car parts stores online for about 200 bucks. It just saves so much time, energy, and time is money. So anyway, it comes with this replacement rear steering knuckle, backing plate, parking brakes, the whole works. You got to swap out your ABS wire, and then let's see here, what do we got going on back here? In order to take this thing out, it's not very fun. You got to take off, there's 3 bolts on the back side of the steering knuckle. They're 21 millimeter. Then you got to take off the upper, I don't know, what do you want to call this thing, a control arm maybe. You got to take out the axle nut. You got to take off this lower control arm bolt. You got to take off the parking brake cable. Those aren't very fun. I used a pry bar and needle nose, and I popped out the right side. Then I used the needle nose and I popped out the left side. So you got 1 bolt there that holds the steering knuckle on, 1 bolt right there that holds the steering knuckle on. Those are 24 millimeter. I used an impact gun, and there it is, impact gun and a wrench. Where's the other piece? And I use a 1/2-inch swivel. The axle nut is a 35 millimeter deep. And then, yeah, the process is I just take off the lower steering knuckle bolt and nut, the other lower steering knuckle bolt and nut, and then the upper steering knuckle, upper control arm bolt and nut, and the axle nut and parking brake. And then you got to swap over the parking brake lever. I still got to figure out how to get that out. And then reverse order. And I'm also going to be doing front and rear slotted and drilled rotors. So, not a bad job. Helping out a family member, getting this done for them. So that's what we got going on today. Another tip and trick is these bolts, the 3 bolts that bolt the steering knuckle to this lower control arm steering knuckle mount bracket. They're in there tight. I use a map gas torch. You want to torch right by the everywhere the bolts come in, and then they come right out. So that's what we got going on here. Always fun in the shop. Peace. Have a good one.